Hi, I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to be able to speak to you today. Um, I just love this film. It just feels so refreshing. It's got that amazing father-daughter relationship. It's got road trip kind of movie vibes, but it also resists kind of sentimentality. You know, it makes you cry, it makes you laugh sometimes at the same time. What was the appeal for you when you read Vera's script?
Well, thank you so much, but I have to call out your wallpaper because it's incredible. Is that House of Hackney?
It is spot on. Yeah, that's
I have
exactly what
House of
it
Hackney at my house too. I'm such a wallpaper junkie. I'm so sorry. I know that's not the point, but wow, that's you did well. Anyway, the script was so special. Vera did such a great job making it so personal, and she wrote it actually, I believe, when she was back in college in 2012. So this has been something really close to her heart. It's had many iterations, and I just feel really lucky to have been a part of it and been able to collaborate and continue to make it my own while still supporting what I think she wanted to make.
And obviously, it was going to rest so much on your casting of these two main characters. And of course, we know John from lots of amazing things, but Mia's kind of a new face. But their relationship feels very lived in. It feels very authentic. So, how did you cast them? But also, how did you put them together and work with them to make this feel so great on screen?
Well, thank you. John is just so experienced and talented, and I think his experience went a long way in guiding Mia through her first movie. It was really Mia's first acting role, and she was so terrific. She just came to us through an audition tape, and it just felt right. And she had done a Zoom chemistry read with him, and they had so much chemistry just on Zoom. So I felt like I was in safe hands after that. And yeah, as you said, John is such a terrific actor who's been in so many great movies, and he really can do all genres, which is my favorite type of actor, someone that is that versatile.
And if you can tell us a bit about the shoot, because I sort of found it quite funny to read that actually this was, even though it feels so authentically American, a
Oh,
lot of
I'm
it was
so
all
glad you
you shot
said
in New
that.
Zealand. So how did that work, and how did you kind of make that? Even the car, you had to, it's on the wrong side of the road. All these complications you had to overcome.
That's my favorite comment about the movie. It's when people are surprised that we shot in New Zealand. It makes me so happy. It means we pulled it off. It was a big challenge, and even that car came from the fact that we were shooting in New Zealand because originally Max was going to have a very safe, modern car. But because we were in New Zealand, left-hand drive cars are illegal there unless they're from before a certain year. So that was how we ended up with a vintage car, and so we ended up writing that aspect of it into the story. So it just shows that sometimes the challenges bring out something new that's better that you couldn't have expected.
And what do you hope people take away from watching it? Because I feel like it's so nuanced in capturing kind of the specificities of, growing up at that certain age, when you feel like you're not connected to your parents. And they just go on this wonderful journey together. And it's kind of when you suddenly see your parent as a real person, perhaps. And also the importance of hanging on to these precious moments because you don't know when they might be gone.
I mean, you said it right there. That's exactly what I hope people take from it. And yeah, life is short, but on a brighter note, pursue your dreams and follow your heart because there's no reason not to. Like you said, we don't know what's going to happen, and that's why I love that Max lets loose so much and ends up really singing his heart out, literally by the end of the movie.
And, I just wondered where you get your influences from as a filmmaker. And of course, you're an actress too. So how you bring all that to your work. I was reading, Andrea Arnold, for example, one of your influences, and I feel like that comes across in your film.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, she's brilliant, and Mike Mills, I think, is brilliant, and Ava DuVernay. But I'm also really drawn to Greta Gerwig and Ben Stiller, of course, who are actors before directing. I think they're both so talented. Ben Stiller is a huge inspiration to me. I think Escape at Dannemora was one of the best shows I saw last year. And I just loved it because he wasn't acting in it, which is such a huge part of his skill set, and yet it was so terrific. It was equally terrific from a directing standpoint.
Well, I think I'm out of time, but thank you so much for sharing all that with us and can't wait for everyone else to see Don't Make Me Go. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Thank you.
Lovely to speak to you. Thank you.